The truth is, you're not lazy, you're just distracted. And the reason I'm saying this is not to say this. When I was like focused on the wrong things, I was just quote unquote lazy. However, on the real, I was distracted about all these things that you can do in life. Let's say you want to be, you want to be president, for example, right? You have to wait years, you have to be a certain age, and you have to work hard, obviously, and make connections. However, since the journey is so long, you might look at it like, man, do I really want to be president? I see this IT guy making 100K and he's only 24 years old. I know this doctor that makes 300K and he's only like 30, but I gotta wait until like I'm much older to be president, to make that money, to get to where I need to be. So you just consider yourself lazy because when it's so far, you just want to do like, you just want to have fun, or maybe not have fun, or look for something else. Not because you're not passionate of that thing, it's because you want what's easier. You want that like instant gratification. And that's what really happens. So what helps with this is writing down what you want in life. Why do you want it? Or just doing something mentally, right? Like I got distracted at times because, for example, I want to be a doctor. Like I always say in my videos, I don't know if I'll ever become a doctor. However, I got distracted multiple times. I worked in this gym job and it was good. It helped like build my character up, but it just didn't help me financially. It helped me a little bit, but it wasn't something I necessarily wanted to do. And I also got in debt trying to get my personal training certificate. My certification actually. I went in debt. I ended up in a gym job, and the gym job obviously couldn't pay it off with how much I was making. And it just didn't help in that aspect. And it didn't propel me, or it just didn't help me go into becoming a doctor. It did not help with that. So I realized that it didn't help me, and it did help me in my social life and communicating. Obviously, I still have problems communicating, as in like I would think something and then when I say it, my words don't come out right, or maybe I didn't know the definition, or I thought you expressed something this way, but it just comes out this way. Like, for example, with English, the grammar, if you say something and then you don't say this with it, or you don't say a certain way, it can come off as something different, which is why I'm trying to work on it. And that's off topic. But I just want to say that it's just easy to get distracted, right? If you can like put your distractions to the side and lock in, then you will just focus and you won't even be lazy. Like, let's do this, right? Let's say you wanna get an A in your test and it's in a month, for example, right? So ignore your distractions. So let's say you're lazy, you're like, oh, I'm lazy, I'm scrolling on TikTok. For that 1 month, try like maybe not doing TikTok or not on your social media, and just lock in for that test, right? Lock in, focus, and then see how you do. Let's say you do really good, and just examine how you feel for that 1 month. It's not a month is an exaggeration. Maybe 1 week studying, 2 weeks, maybe 1 week studying, right? 1 week of no social media, or whatever is distracting you, right? It might not be social media, it might be something else, and you just lock in. You focus on that task that you want to do. You focus on that goal, and then once you get the results, you'll be like, wow, I feel good. Assuming you actually study and you actually work hard. Oh wow, I did good, I got an A in this exam. And then you get an A in this exam, then you can be like, how did I feel? I feel good because I worked hard, I wasn't goofing around, and now I'm at the point where I got good grades. And what that's gonna do is gonna help you with the realization of, man, if I work hard and I'm not distracted, and then do that again, do that another week, and eventually what's gonna happen is you're not gonna consider yourself lazy, because you're gonna start to not like the fact that you're lazy. And that, I know that makes no sense, because you know how I was saying that you're not actually lazy, you're just distracted. So when you're not distracted, you're not gonna consider yourself lazy, because you're doing stuff that helps you get to your goal. You're working towards that goal. And once you work towards that goal, it would help focus. And that's one of the things, because at the end of the day, like I said, there's so many distractions. There's so many things in this world that prevents you from going. That's why a lot of people, I'm currently 21, I am turning 22 in a few weeks, are broke, because even me, like, I'm like, I can do this, I can do that, I'm old enough to do this, I'm old enough to do that. Like, old enough to do a lottery, I'm old enough to do this. So it gets to the point where I'm like, man, I need to focus, I need to lock in. And I realized, like, there's this point, like, right now, like, you know, I don't really have money, so since I don't have money, I have no choice but to lock in. However, that forces me to really work hard. And I, at first, I considered myself, oh, maybe I'm lazy, maybe I don't like studying, or maybe I don't want to study. But it wasn't that. It was because I had too many distracted. Oh, me wanting a girlfriend, me wanting this, me wanting like $1 million, I want to be a millionaire, I want that Lambo, I want this, I want that, was distraction. I'm like, man, how can I get that Lambo? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? I need to do this, I need to do that. However, even though studying may not give you a Lambo, it helps secure your future, assuming you choose the right career, right? And the right career is dependent. For me, I have to enjoy it, and it has to make me good money. As a guy, I want to be able to provide for my family, because as I get older, I'm gonna need more needs, especially with my body, like my shoulder. Like, for example, I got shoulder impingement, and right now it hurts. Like, it's actually hurting me right now. So it makes pain makes everything harder, because it just hurts in general. So when you just think about the bigger picture, you think about, what would happen if I lock in these few years? What's gonna happen? Will getting a girlfriend help me or not? If I have less than $100 in my bank account, will having a girlfriend help me? And you have to see what are you spending a lot of money on, right? Because that can be a distraction, right? If you're spending money going to the club, you're spending money, like, oh, I'm just money here and there, 100 here and there. That's a distraction. That's spending money. That's sacrificing your sleep for, like, that's just sacrificing your sleep, right? And you have to see, some people are able to do things and be okay, but for the most part, I wouldn't even recommend it, because you pay money, especially if you don't have money and you're broke, then you regret, and you had to work hard to get that money that you took maybe a few days to get, it's already gone within a night. So that's the hard part, y'all. So just put things like the gym. I always recommend people to go to the gym, because the gym, even though it's not related to your goal of doing IT, of being a lawyer, of being an engineer, it still helps you, you know, get bigger, make you feel good. And if you're not trying to get bigger, it just helps you just stay in shape. And I think it builds discipline. It honestly builds discipline, because it disciplined me. I go 5 times a week. I had to go in the morning. I did not want to go in the afternoon. I was too tired. And I tried to avoid going on the weekend. I tried that, but yeah, it just really disciplines you. And if you're disciplined in one aspect, the gym, it's easier to be disciplined, because you're just applying that discipline to your studying, to whatever you have. But yeah, that was basically the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.